So that's a good sign. What is Mother Nature doing? Will be another question we have to look at. And we had great conditions, fantastic conditions for race 3. Shirley, what is it looking like at the moment, do you think?
You know, two races are never the same here in Barcelona, are they? And there is massive holes in this racetrack. Proper snakes and ladders today.
On board and we're unable to.
We have real issues with American Magic.
Race committee copies.
So they're saying they're unable to sail. That is a hammer blow, absolute hammer blow to American Magic on the back of their classy performances yesterday.
Yeah, we can see the frustration and disappointment.
And then, of course, my apologies, that was the French as well. They are in a similar position. We haven't had confirmation whether they are racing or not, but it appears we may be back to a 4-boat fleet again.
Yeah, absolutely.
You couldn't write this script, could you?
Absolutely heartbreaking for the French team, Foreign Express, L'Oreal Racing, and just really hoping to see them out on the racetrack. They don't deserve the luck that they've had if they cannot race in this race. That's not fair. They've put a big effort in, and hope to see them out racing again soon. Here with 1 minute 25 to go. These teams will be lining up now to put themselves to get the whole shot for this race, Shirley.
Switzerland off the foils on the left-hand side. Need to get going.
To build quickly here with only a minute to go. The Swiss on the back foot, they've got to get foiling here and up to speed to put themselves in a good position. And also Prada Pirelli will be spinning the boat round here shortly, lining up for a nice time on distance start. Good speed. They'll be on their final approach now to the line. Kiwis will be coming down and they'll be looking to tack in underneath the Italian team.
They're coming low to push us low. Copy. Just round up around them.
British looking to do a port start and head out to the right-hand side of the course. Just thread the eye of the needle and make sure they don't infringe, as they will be the giveaway boat.
It's going to be a late tack for the Kiwis.
Inside the last ticket, 10 seconds. Here we go. It's race number 4, the America's Cup fleet and the UniCredit Youth America's Cup. It's a go.
It was like quite a strong one in 30.
Impressive recovery from Alinghi Red Bull Racing. They have to get a good result, and they pulled that star out of the bag.
That was a time run from off the foils for the Swiss team, but they've managed to get their nose clear and sailing really nicely over the boundary.
USA, we believe you've been instructed not to start and will be removing you from this race.
Just take a moment to look at the speed and the height of Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli.
They have hit the nitrous button, the Italians. Beautifully hooked up into a nice lane of pressure there. Will not be able to tack and cross Emirates Team New Zealand though. You see them caving into that left-hand pressure, and Emirates Team New Zealand just staying in that right-hand shift. They're going to get out of there while they can. Try and sail around the fan of that pressure and take the gain.
Let's head on to chase 0 with Peter Lester. Peter, once again, the Italians starting beautifully.
Yeah, great start. What they do, they set up wide right, and just then they've got perfect time on distance. They did that in the first race, and they did in the second one, and that just gives them that good advantage off the line for the Italians. Right now, all 3 boats coming across, heading over to the right. They look to be a good breeze, those 3 leading boats. There's a big black cloud to the south of us here, and I think that's creating a real unstable flow.
But we can just see the start of that black cloud that Peter's talking about, just to the right-hand side of the screen, and that has rotated the breeze to the right, and it's sucking the wind pressure, making this so hard for these sailors.
A little advantage there to Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, just gauging off Emirates Team New Zealand. So just that vertical separation, sailing about the same speed, but just gauging off. So increasing that distance closer to the wind and taking advantage, getting slightly closer to those top marks.
In 3, 2, 1, board down.
Lovely tack on board. Lunarossa Prada Pirelli, the Kiwis up their exhaust pipe.
And the Italians, it feels like blink and don't miss it. It feels like race number 3, but it is Lunarossa Prada Pirelli leading Emirates Team New Zealand at the top gate for the first time. This is race 4, UniCredit Youth America's Cup. They are the team to chase right now, Lunarossa Prada Pirelli.
Good angle down here. Let's check me down.
More importantly, encouraging signs for Alinghi Red Bull Racing. Up and going. They sit in position 3 at this point at the top gate. Followed closely by Athena Pathways, Great Britain. The Swiss need points. And in comes Athena Pathways, Great Britain.
British got a little bit more work to do in this race, surely. Didn't quite get off that first part of the beat as well as they would have liked.
Yeah, they didn't look at phase really with what was going on. They were really
Huge touchdown, sorry. Yeah.
battling their way around the course.
Yeah, very, very shifty conditions, as you said, and they're going to have to really pull some tricks out of the box to get back into this race and challenge for the lead.
Nice battle at the front of this 4-boat fleet, isn't it, between Lunarossa and Emirates Team New Zealand.
Wave here, stay line.
Happy anytime?
Okay, board down, 2, 1, board down.
Getting high and loose again. Kiwis. Last managing to save. A real big touchdown and slow down there, so right on the edge.
Their manoeuvre is not as smooth as they would like, and we can hear the frustration on board.
We talk a lot about the AC-75s making one minute mistake and it can cost them. It's greater here. It is huge a mistake.
The Kiwi team might be a little bit loose, but they have closed the gap on the leaders. We have a race.
Yeah, nothing in this race. One touchdown in this, and there'll be a lead change. So the British having an absolute blinder of a downwind, hooked into some really nice shifts there and putting pressure on the leader. So British not out of this, sailing really well and closing the gap.
Lunarossa Prada Pirelli, Emirates Team New Zealand, they're all putting on a show today. Day 2 of the UniCredit Youth America's Cup. The Italians around, followed closely by Emirates Team New Zealand. You can keep a track of how far they are behind. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see all the positions and the distance back to the leaders.
Big touchdown, Shirley, from the Italians around that mark, and Emirates Team New Zealand just closing the gauge. A huge moment there for Lunarossa Prada Pirelli. Really big vent there on the foils, getting too high, and we've got a real race on our hands now.
Italians still have control heading to the left-hand boundary, but only just.
Okay, slow down. Nice pressure.
And turning real flat spot here.
Not the best tack there on board Emirates Team New Zealand. That'll be costly for them. Little gains back to the Italians. But the British, Shirley, nice clean rounding, sailing over into some really good pressure on that right-hand side of the course. So don't be surprised to see them making some gains on the leaders.
Unload the wind domain if needed, eh?
Let's get it.
Just on this line. Okay, boys, good path, full speed, eh? We're leading.
That's a good bit. No, nice, no slower for me.
Cross coming.
Nice one, boys.
Two.
Big right.
potentially close cross coming up here between Athena Pathway and Emirates Team New Zealand. So the British making some big gains. So what we saw there on the screen of that pressure coming down out of the right has given the British some huge gains, and they may actually be splitting the difference here. So they've gained a huge amount on this work and a massive gain against Emirates Team New Zealand. And then the Swiss in number 4 watching it all happening. UniCredit there just going, they've made a big gain. We're just going to consolidate where we are. We don't need to lead by 1 kilometre. We just need to lead by 1 boat length, and they're just shutting it down and staying in touch, consolidating their lead.
This going to chase zero. Peter Lester, loose racing by Emirates Team New Zealand, costing them dearly.
Yeah, and the right is so strong. Emirates Team New Zealand are now just taking a bit of that right leverage. You'll be interested to see where they line up when they come back together. But we're in a period of change out here with the wind. Down south of us, that big black cloud is just moving off. But what it's doing is just dragging the wind around to the right. So anyone in the far right, if you want to do a bit of a Hail Mary, you could get a big benefit out here.
Emirates Team New Zealand going for the doctor. And Lunarossa Prada Pirelli just sailing nice and cleanly, not doing anything silly, just keeping in touch with the boats behind. And the British there sailing a couple of really nice shifts to get back into second position after being pretty deep after that first lap.
The British happy to do their own thing and you know, split from the crowd. And we've seen that really work for them on this leg. Very much in the game here.
We've read this story before already today. UniCredit Prada Pirelli at the top gate, leading the fleet to complete the halfway point in race 4 of the UniCredit Youth America's Cup, followed by Athena Pathways Great Britain. They will be second around that mark at the top gate. Emirates Team New Zealand trying to find some gas to stay in touch with Athena Pathways Great Britain, who get around and head home on, or head down on the home 4th leg.
Oh, and Emirates Team New Zealand, just see the shift that they've sailed into, not even laying that right turn. So really, really difficult there to get back in this, and the British and Lunarossa just doing a really nice job of sailing good numbers and good angles. So
British are off the foils. Heavy going far to this boundary.
A bad jibe there by Athena Pathway Great Britain. They need to rebuild quickly there.
How quickly it changes in this America's Cup.
No pressure back up now, so we're close to them. That's 25 to boundary.
Shirley just having a look here at possibly what happened on the bridge. Oh, real bad wave. They could have picked their place to jibe there, low on the foils, putting the boat straight to the crest of that wave. So
They've recovered well, though. They've recovered well, and that's the most important thing. As Alinghi Red Bull Racing get around and complete 3 legs of 6.
Watch out, big wave here.
And we're making huge gains here.
Copy.
Let's look on the way.
Always nice to hear.
yeah, good comms.
Out here.
Lunarossa and the British there needing to jibe as they're heading into that electronic boundary. Course limits. And that's how you want to jibe an AC 40 in waves.
Great timing. They picked their moment, didn't they? But also great trimming. I mean, the boat looked fully powered up. They had all they need.
Okay, boys.
Beautiful coast. Nice hook up. Straight back onto the power source again, which is the wind.
Potentially early deck.
Back in a lefty here.
Not much in this between the British and Emirates Team New Zealand, so that couple of wobbles we saw earlier from the British. Emirates Team New Zealand right back in it now for second place.
Bottom gate to complete leg number 4. 2 to go. At this point for Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli, leaders of Group A, the Emirates Cup boats, and the UniCredit Youth Americas Cup.
The British have another jibe. Kiwis.
Oh, they've had an absolute bazzer.
He just painted it back on.
Really do a big job here, get the boat rebuilt up to speed, so that'll be a huge loss for Emirates Team New Zealand.
Yeah, the British just surviving theirs.
Oh, 40 mid-jibe, that's an absolute moth classic, and fill up the kids' pool. And that's a good way to hit the brakes, which is not what you're wanting to do on the downwind leg.
But it opens up the door for Lingy Red Bull Racing as Athena Pathways Great Britain complete their fourth leg and head up for the second to last in this fourth race. So positional change yet again. Now it's Lingy Red Bull Racing sitting in third position, and Emirates Team New Zealand in all sorts of bother.
You see there the little scupper, little flap underneath the hull there, that's a drain. So if you do fill the cockpit up with water, those drains open up and drain those cockpits out quickly. And as we're seeing today, a little bit of water getting into the cockpits, which is not what you're wanting to do, Shirley.
I see good pressure on the top right here. Thank you for the British, no?
Meanwhile, the head of the fleet, Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli, Pete, making no mistakes.
They're in a class of their own. You know, the others are battling it out. The other team that impressed me are actually Athena Pathways, Great Britain. They, when they're back, when they get caught down in the pack, they just seem to be able to move their way through. And any time I look at a yacht race and see a team that's a bit deep, and if they can come back through the field, you've got to be impressed by that. So the two teams that are very steady and consistently steady are the Italians and GBR.
Well, we're just witnessing there an issue on Emirates Team New Zealand. Not sure what, but they are really down speed and have borne away and are heading back to the starting area. I'll let you know when we hear.
You look at the starboard cockpit there, Marco Gradoni just about to take over with Federico Colanino from Joan Ligi, Ugolini and Rocco Falcone. So transfer of control. Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli in a commanding lead here.
Probably a righty coming in soon.
I think Red Bull Racing needs every point. They've been plagued with gear failure. They have to make this stick, and they've done well in the last two legs. They are right back in contention for second and have a real battle with GBR.
Taking left turn.
Swiss team really sailing well at the moment and getting the boat ripping nicely, so they've found their groove, and if you can sail the boats well, massive gains. They're doing a good job in trim and steering, so keep pushing. They'll possibly be up into second place.
Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli leading the fleet home. They will complete the fifth leg. Nothing's perfect in these conditions, but they are leading the fleet comfortably at this point. This would be a big amount of points for Lingy Red Bull Racing. They will potentially jump Emirates Team New Zealand the standings after this. We'll just confirm all of that as it comes to fruition. But it's Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli.
Click lower, mate.
One leg to go.
That's a good angle here.
Okay, 20 boys start thinking about it.
Slower. That's a good moment. Stand by, Jay.
So the team under pressure now here for points just in this race. There's Athena Pathways Great Britain. Can Lingy Red Bull Racing get past them? This will be fun to watch.
That's your angle.
It's going to be a good battle this last downwind, so the Swiss team having to just stay as close as they can to the British team and keep the pressure on, try and force an error. Swiss team there not being able to lay, so a little left-hand shift there. And having attack and take right turn.
A bit lower. Again, clear in 3, 2, 1, clear.
Big pressure here.
Red Bull Racing. One downwind leg to go.
And hold second.
Huge motivation, though. Huge
Hold
for them to get out there, get racing after what's been going on over the last 24 hours. So this will be a huge boost for the team. Remember, after this, 4 fleet races left in Group A.
Well, the eagle-eyed viewer will have spotted the Kiwi flag. They are up and running. Of course, they are in 4th spot, but so important that they finish this race. They collect as many points as they can. It's good to see.
Yeah, after that full ventilation, airborne jibe and crash down, the Kiwis had to do a full rebuild there and actually get the boat back and going again. So it took a huge loss relative to the fleet, but they'll be absolutely one of the points. But Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli,
Hold my wheel.
oh, having a couple of loose moments themselves there, and the Italians. Oh, nice save. Great trimming. A couple of really loose moments there, but beautifully controlled, right on the edge of capsize.
And this has been the feature in all the races we have seen. Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, they face danger right in front of them. They go, no, it's okay, we can get out of this. And they will get out of it again and bank win number 3 in the UniCredit Youth America's Cup. Italy right now and this fleet are the ones to beat.
They'll be happy to get through that finish line. With the Swiss team absolutely ripping downwind here.
3, 2,
Have they done enough
hold down.
to get past the British team?
2, 1, hold up.
It is going to be close. It's going to be close. Take a look.
One is coming up slowly.
Oh, they've had a slow jibe. The British will not need to jibe here, and I think they've done enough, the Brits, to actually overtake. Oh, they've just gained 100 metres in the blink of an eye, the British, after that bad jibe.
Breathe a sigh of relief, British fans. They come home in the 2nd position, back to 7 points. Almost lost them, but got home. Despite this rather messy-looking finish by Lingy Red Bull Racing, they will bank an important 5 points in race 4 once they get across the line.
The Swiss team here just grubbing it into the finish, and they'll just be going old school. They'll just have to make sure in this jibe they don't split the mainsail cheeks, blow the battens apart in this jibe. It's not normally how you jibe an AC40, but us managing to get it through there and keep the tethers together, so they'll get the 3rd place. And some points there, Stephen.
Yeah, we've seen it all before. Doesn't matter how you finish, so long as you finish. And in the UniCredit Youth America's Cup, finishing and banking points is critical. And that's a big win today for Lingy Red Bull Racing.
We saw a lot of potential, sort of huge amount of potential in Red Bull Racing. They were fast when they got going and actually sailed really well. Hopefully we'll see more of them in the coming days.
How good, though, are the Italians? You know, they look danger in the eye and they go, oh, it's okay, we'll get ourselves out of it.
See this last jibe, Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, I was like, oh, they had the first bounce, the second bounce, and they got the triple bounce. And very, very well controlled. Watch the sail trim here. 1, 2, 3. Really nice sail control there by the trimmers to actually keep the boat upright here. Really close to having a big wobble there, so nice recovery and take 4 points.
So Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, when it comes to points, they will jump out to a massive lead. They will go to 37 points. Let's go on board Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli and have a chat again to Marco Gradoni. Marco, what happened there just before the finish?
Now we basically jive in the wave, and we had typically delfination of the foil, and I chose a bad moment to drive, but we grip it well. I'm super proud about the boys, as always.
I think Marco, Glenn here, thought you guys were just trying to trick the autopilot and play a trick there on the ride height sensors. You did a good job of tricking it, but you managed to save the jibe. So well done to the trimmers there. The boys on the sails doing a good job and keeping the boat upright for you.
Yeah, I'm proud about everybody that is on board and also about all the guys that are doing another job, the tech team and all the other youth guys, the women that are helping us. So we just have to stay focused, and it's going to be super tough the next days, but we are ready for it.
Complimenti.
Marco, just quickly, 2 days in, you have a massive lead. You know, how chuffed are you with how it's going?
I think for how the format is made is something that we don't really need to have this big lead, so we just have to stay focused for the next days. We know that we can sail well and just be calm.
All right, appreciate the time, Marco. We'll look forward to seeing you again. You're strong in the points lead, 37 points to Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli after another day in the UniCredit Youth America's Cup. There's the official finish, and that's win number 3 for Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, 53-second win, and they are just showing the rest of the fleet how it's done. I'm sure the invited teams who will come racing soon in the next couple of days will be going, oh, okay, that's how you do it. Look at that lead right now. Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, the big jump. Athena Pathways Great Britain, the defenders of the Cup, are moving into second position, just 1 point ahead of the New York Yacht Club's American Magic.